On a cloudy night, Hank notices a scarecrow put up by his neighbor Jake, irritation flickering across his face. His computer suddenly beeps, a breach detected along the pasture fence. Turning to his wife, Beth, he instructs her calmly but firmly, "Let Mel know." Hank steps into his garage and climbs into a towering mech suit. With a hum of power, the suit comes to life, its lights flickering on as systems engage. He maneuvers the mechanical giant out into the field. Reaching the breach, he spots a cluster of cows idling dangerously close. He ushers them away from the vulnerable area. Hank then positions himself near the force field breach. Hank fires immediately, killing a creature called DB. As it breaches the force field, more swarm through, attacking the cows. Amid the chaos, Beth's voice cuts in, urgent. "Hank, breaches are opening at the eastern corner." The DBs surge with unrelenting aggression, forcing Hank to struggle against their numbers. Realizing he can't hold them off alone, he calls for backup. Meanwhile, Jake dozes in a chair at home, unaware of the chaos. His wife wakes him up, urgency in her voice. "Hank needs your help," she insists. Jake snaps to attention, quickly climbing into his mech suit and heading out to join the fight in the fields. Hank spots a massive breach forming over the ridge and moves in for a closer look. Thousands of DBs are swarming through, an overwhelming force. Quickly he radios Beth. "Tell everyone to meet me at the ridgeline," he orders. "And open the bunkers, get the families inside." Beth immediately contacts Mel, relaying the urgent news about the ridge. Without hesitation, Mel powers up her mech suit, cutting down hundreds of DBs as she battles her way to the ridge. Meanwhile, Beth activates the farm's security drones, deploying them to defend against the invading swarms. She alerts everyone about the breaches. Hank, Mel, and Jake position themselves at the breach as a vast army of DBs pours through. Mel launches flying bombs, creating explosions that disrupt the advancing swarm. The trio fires in unison, each shot tearing into the enemy ranks, slowing their advance. Meanwhile, families enter the bunkers, seeking shelter from the oncoming threat. The trio quickly finds themselves overwhelmed by the sheer number of DBs, their ammo depleting rapidly under the relentless assault. Just as their mech suits begin to falter, reinforcements arrive. Suddenly, the lights go out at the bunker. In the ensuing darkness, Beth informs Hank to return, as all the families have now reached safety within the shelter. As more DBs flood in, Hank orders Jake to fall back while he attempts to hold them off. Jake refuses, instead telling Hank and Mel to reload while he covers for them. Despite his determination, Jake is quickly overrun by the DBs, his mech suit consumed by the relentless assault. Jake initiates the self-destruct sequence on his mech suit. The explosion creates a momentary disruption, clearing a path and allowing the two to regroup. As the smoke clears, a massive insectoid creature emerges from the breach, charging toward the bunker with terrifying speed. Hank, seeing the threat, urgently warns Beth to get into the bunker. Beth seals the bunker and activates a massive turret gun, directing its fire toward the approaching insectoid. Meanwhile, inside the settlement, a DB breaches Beth's house, but Helen, Jake's wife, guns down the invader. Back at the breach, Hank struggles to evade the creature's attacks. Hank directs Beth to aim for the insectoid's vulnerable spot. He forces open its massive mouth, creating the perfect opening. Beth lines up her shot and fires directly down its throat. The powerful round pierces its core, killing the creature instantly. The next morning, Mel, Beth, and Hank sit together, savoring their hard-won victory with cold beers in hand. Hank, sensing the lingering pain in Helen, approaches her and offers a few words of comfort. He tells her that the scarecrow, put up by Jake, is finally starting to grow on him. As the episode draws to a close, the camera pulls back, revealing a stark and unsettling reality. The entire planet has been overrun by the DB population. Isolated domed colonies stand as humanity's last refuge, protected from the outside by high-tech barriers. Please like and subscribe the channel for more videos like these.